So I've got something really exciting to share with you today at 9 AM today, so I presume this video will go up at 9 or just after. There is a new die set launching on the Tonic website, so on the Tonic UK and the USA websites as well, and it is a brand new exclusive die set. I think it's going to be a monthly thing that'll come out around the middle of each month. And it's going to be an exclusive die set that's about A5 in size, similar to the die sets you get in the Tonic craft kit, but not the same as what would be in the craft kit. It's a completely standalone, different sort of collection of dies that will come out in the middle of every month. And I suppose it's good for people who just want to add dies to their collection rather than adding Nuvo and tools and papers and stuff as well. There's now another option for you to just get an exclusive die set each month if you want to. I think it's just going to be like one-off purchase rather than subscriptions, because the die set will be available for immediate dispatch. So if you order it today using the links in the description below the video, then you're gonna it's going to be sent out straight away, basically, rather than you pre-ordering it to be sent out the first of the next month. It's actually like it's already there in stock, so they'll send it out straight away. The price of it is going to be $24.99, so it's £24.99 or $24.99, and if you use the code DIE5, which can be written DIE and then FIVE or a numeral 5, I'll put both alternatives up here, either one will work, you can get £5 or $5 off of the price as well. So basically it's going to be $19.99 if you use the code that I'll put here. And if you use any of the links below the video, you'll also be supporting my channel as well, as I'll get a small percentage of the cost of the order that you make. And there's also different variations in the postage as well. So in the UK it's definitely going to be free postage whether you just buy this die set or whether you add it to a whole nother order, because we have like £20 is then free delivery. But if you're in the USA, if you only want this die set, it's only going to cost you $2 for your shipping if you're only purchasing the die set. But if you want to add it to an order, it's going to be whatever the usual sort of shipping cost would be. But I just wanted to let you know that as well. I have like a factory sample version of the die set, so it's not in the packaging that you will get when you get it, so I'm not sure of this like exclusive kind of packaging that you're going to get. I have been told that there will be a folder that it goes in, so I presume it'll be like a folder system like with the kits as well, but I'm not 100% sure. But make sure to check out Tonic's Facebook page and their YouTube channel as well. I'll try and remember to link them below, because they will be showing you everything in the proper packaging and everything as well. And there's also going to be lots of other crafters putting videos out or blog posts as well, showing you what they've done with the die set as well. And I think the whole kind of collection is going to be called the Designer's Choice, and it's going to come out a new die set every month in sort of like the middle of the month. It's also... So it's exclusive, but it's also limited stock. So when this runs out, they will not be getting any more of them in. I don't think they're going to do a vault thing like they do with the kits. They might do, I'm not sure. But, you know, if you do really like this die set, I would get it while you can. And also using that DIE5 code, you can get the £5 or $5 off of the price as well, which is brilliant. So I have filmed 2 videos using this die set, which will hopefully be up around the same time as this video. I've only actually done one card in the intended way that the die set is supposed to be used. So I'm not sure the name of the die set either actually, but the whole concept is an easel card. So if you got Tonic craft kit, I think it was like number 5 perhaps, and it had a butterfly easel card in it that was so popular. It's kind of like the dragonfly version of it, which is really cool. So you have the separate dragonfly that can sit on this top piece, and then you have this sort of floral design with butterflies that sort of just their wings pop up and parts of the flowers pop up as well to go on the bottom piece, and then you get a couple of different sentiments in this gorgeous rounded rectangle as well. I'll show you the actual die set. So you can see that gorgeous dragonfly with the swirly tail. You could even just use those swirls sort of behind flowers, or on one of my cards actually, yes, I've snipped them off and used them behind this butterfly to give it antennae, which I thought was quite a cool idea. And so you get the two pieces to create the easel. You get this piece gives you the base. If I hold it like this, this piece gives you the base of the easel, and this is behind. This goes behind the front piece. So if you see here, this tab on here is what glues to the front portion. So that goes like that, and then this piece sits up here, and that folds up and sticks to it. But you'll see that in the video. So it's a really clever easel design. Tonic have done quite a few easels now. There's been, I think there's been a couple in the kits, and there's also been a couple in just like their normal releases of dies that go on Creating Craft as well. Then I really love all of the little dies that come in here too, and one of my videos just focuses on all of these extra little dies. So there are 3 small butterflies, a really small one, a medium one and a larger one. Then you get this, I really like this one, it's 2 different hearts, but you get an outline heart and a solid heart, and you can actually layer them on top of each other, so you can easily add a colour behind this heart, or you can inlay that central piece back into this one as well, or I've actually filled that centre full of a glittery Nuvo drop as well, and that looks really lovely. Then you also get 2 gorgeous flowers. I really love these flowers, and you can see them really well on a couple of the cards I've done. And then you get 2 sentiments as well. You get Just For You and With Love, and I hadn't noticed this or realised this until I cut them and it fell into 2 pieces, but that word, both the words, have a cutting edge on them. So if you cut, you can just cut that out and it cuts it into that rounded rectangle shape straight away, but then you also get a slightly larger one, so you can mat it behind it if you want to as well. And that's for both of the words. Both of them have that cutting edge already on where the word is. And then the final one is to decorate the bottom of the easel card, but you don't have to. One of my cards, I've just used it on a normal card, so it's a symmetrical design that has 2 butterflies in, and then 3 main flowers on each side, plus these little small flowers that fall away, so you can actually use these little waste pieces. They're really sweet little flowers. Oh, actually, no, the antennae that I used on that butterfly was this fall away piece here, actually, not the end of the dragonfly tail. So you kind of got different alternatives for antennae for butterflies if you want to. And then the petals on this flower and the wings on this butterfly lift up, so they don't completely cut out of the card. They have a cut line that's within the card, and then you can poke them from behind and get them to stick up on the card, which is a really lovely design as well. And that's for the little flower too. So that is the whole die set, and then these are all the other cards that I've created. So these 3 were one video and these 4 were the other video. So I did the actual easel card, which I just showed you. So that's how it is supposed to go together, and then I've just sort of embellished with the extra flowers and butterflies and stuck an extra butterfly on this bottom piece and layered up the flowers here as well. Then I thought, well, you know, that dragonfly is so cute, why not just stick a couple of them on a normal card as well, and that works really lovely too. And I've snuck in a few of the little butterflies as well, and some of those hearts and the outline hearts, I've sort of cascaded them up the card, and this is where I filled those hearts with the glitter Nuvo drops as well. And then this one is utilising that bottom piece of the easel card just as a design feature, and I've kind of added 2 more butterflies here, so it sort of carries on that design in more of a curved motion, so it's not so symmetrical anymore. It's got that extra sort of bit of design up here, and I've also used those fall away little flowers that came out of here to go on there, and I've embellished with extra little die cuts and lots of Nuvo drops as well. And for the sentiments, you can see how nicely the 2 of them layer together. So that white one is just cutting that one that has the Just For You, and it cuts it completely out. And then the green one is the slightly larger rectangle as well, and it's perfect for the easel card to act as a stopper. But also, if you don't want the sentiment just for you, you can just use that outside rounded rectangle and stamp your sentiment on there as well from a stamp set that you have. So, you know, that's really versatile, and that gives you the perfect stopping mechanism for your easel card. Then, the other video that I filmed, I did these 4 videos. It was only supposed to be 2 cards. My little ideas that I'd drawn out, I was only going to do 2 cards. I was going to do one like this and one more like this. But I got carried away with the die cutting, and I thought, well, I might as well use up all of the little die cuts, otherwise they'll just sit on my desk off to the side. So I did kind of 2 different versions of this one. I wanted like a cascading effect of those gorgeous flowers coming down the card. So for this one, I layered one of each design of the flowers on top of each other, and I also layered the butterflies, so each butterfly actually has 2 layers on them as well to give a more of a 3D look. And with the little hearts, I paper pieced back in a different coloured one into the centre for those outline ones, and then I used lots of Nuvo drops, and I splashed on I think it was Nuvo glitter marker. You just scribble some onto your glass cutting mat, give it a squirt of water, pick it up with a paintbrush and flick it on, and that gives that gorgeous spotty effect in the background. And then this card, very similar, except I didn't layer any of the flowers. This one, or a couple of them, like overlap a little bit, but they're all individual flowers just stuck straight down onto the card, then with Nuvo drops in their centres as well. And these sentiments just work so perfectly on a card too, which is really lovely. And then the final 2, you can tell I really love that rounded rectangle, and it works so well for like using up your scraps. These were literally my scraps. I have a massive thing of scraps off to the right of me, and I just picked out a few tones of blues. This was a pearly patterned paper that I had. This is one of Tonic's cotton handmade papers, and I just picked out some random pieces and then just kept die cutting it, and used all of the bits and pieces to create all 4 of these cards. And again, I've got a few layered butterflies on them. This one actually has 3 layers on this card, 3 layers of butterfly. And then I've done the focal sentiments using the sentiment from white, so it really stands out. And then in the background, I've done some of the sentiments cut from a Colour of Craft Perfect card, but then cut the outside bubble, or the extra bubble, from mirror card. So it gives that really glistening, shiny kind of a look and shows off that sentiment, but it makes it more in the background because it's tone on tone. But I just thought that gives a really cool look as well. And then obviously embellishing with Nuvo drops again, and some of those little outline hearts and solid hearts too. So I really love how these cards turned out. I think you can really make this die set as sort of more traditional or more modern as you want, and it doesn't have to just be for easel cards. I mean, I've created 7 cards here, and only one of them is an easel card. So loads of different things you can do with them, and you could even recreate this card just using the butterflies and no flowers, you know, to give another different look to it as well. You can do this card but with the rectangles coming downwards, and maybe adding hearts all the way down the rectangles as well if you want to. You could add more butterflies into it, you could add doodles on them, you could incorporate lots of stamping from whatever stamp sets you have. You could use this one and cut it in half and just have it as 2 corners on your card as well. So there really are loads of different things you could do with this die set, and I think $19.99 is a really great price for it, because it's actually a whole like card concept as well with the easel card, and you can always use this mechanism to create easel cards of other shapes as well. You don't have to stick this dragonfly shape on the top portion. You could snip off this shape and have this shape up here as well, and have this flowery design going across the top of your easel card, or just bringing in any of the other shapes to decorate as well. Or you could, any other nesting dies you have that have a flat edge on them, you could add them on top of the easel as well. So it's a really, really versatile set, and it just gives you that building block for how to create an easel card, which is really lovely. But as well, it gives you loads of different elements that you can use within all of your other cards and mix and match with your whole stash as well. So this is the Designer's Choice die set. This is October's one. They will be coming out in the middle of every month, and there should be a new one every month. And don't forget to use the code DIE5, which I'll put up here again. And if you use my codes below, you'll be supporting my channel as well, because they're affiliate links. So I'll get a small proportion of like the amount that you've spent on your order, but with no extra cost to you. It just means I can like keep my channel going and everything. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this up close video. It's a little bit of a different up close video. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed it, and I'm really excited to see what other die sets they bring out in this range of Designer's Choice dies. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video. Bye!